is what is on these TVs nowadays. What is a busset challenge?
Somebody help!
We're going to push side lane deep, forcing the enemies to respond. That's the idea. When the enemies are responding, that's when we move away, and we're going to be creating an area in which that we're going to be first. So we get collapsed upon by the Nunu right here, and then we luckily get out right here in trading windows. So if we can get it, it's good. But what you see, a lot of victors, especially in high ranks, they'll take very aggressive early game setups, and they'll actually try to contest this push and do the exact strategy that we just did into the Xerath and try to do that into us. This is also going to be a very clear example of what happens whenever we play against strong players. So initially, right, you see that he's moving into lane quite late. And that means that I'm already trying to get a little bit of the push in the early game. One of the things that I could have done was potentially like queued earlier. Whenever like the wave's coming, I can already grab up the prior with a Q and I wouldn't necessarily lose that much. Other things that I could have done in this case is actually step up a little bit more up here, start hitting this minion and actually drag it up and drag it backwards to my lane so I can out-attack the minion waves a little bit more without losing control of the space. Because whenever I use my Q, what's going to happen, he can actually walk up in front of me and harass me. But in general, what I do right here is I grab up the prior onto the first minion. I'm creating my first trading window. So I hit my minion and he still needs to last hit his minion. And it means that I can use this to get a nice little Q on top of his face. He Qs to deny the damage of my combat and area, which is actually very smart. I didn't think of that. And then what happens is that I get another Q because of that same reason. But because Victor's so strong in his early trading, what happens is that this next minion, I shouldn't have necessarily hit it. And what happens is, or I should have maybe a little bit earlier, did once more and then only Q him. But what happens right now is that I'm forced to drop this creep because he's got Q back up and he'll now take control of the lane by having his Q up, taking up minion aggro, and you see that the Victor therefore gets the push into me. So we've kind of lost control of the push right now. He's going to reach level 2 earlier than me. This is kind of how this matchup goes at a really high level. And it means that we now have to play a little bit more adaptive. So in this case, once again, we land a pretty good Q to him. You definitely shouldn't shy away from like trading and not interacting, because that way you can just completely take control of the lane. We should definitely like not be scared to interact, but we're just going to give up a little bit of the prio. We're going to try to still time our abilities onto last hits, and we just got to understand that he will look to trade. So in this case, nice little W to counter his trading window. He does a really nice job with these high value E's, and I'm now preparing my minions in their tower. So the good thing about Syndra is that Syndra also has the ability to deny enemy trading windows with her Qs. Like, her Q is such long range, pretty short cooldown, it's really easy to farm with your Q. And another thing that you can do is you can pick up minions, fake like you're gonna last hit, then they will throw their skill shot onto you, then you can just pick it up with your W, and then bait out their skill shot without getting hit. That's another thing that you can do. So in this situation, we're just kind of chilling, right? Whenever Victors want to beat you in the lane, because when you get to your Q upgrade in these type of matchups, what's going to happen is that you get extra trading opportunities when it comes to your Q, E, W, Q. And that's the time where your gank setup becomes absolutely ridiculous as well. And that's when they start losing these control mages. So they are going to pressure you quite heavily in the early game. What we see right here is the fadeaway Q that we discussed earlier into this guide. Is that they will try to walk at you. You don't have to do it for them. They will try to punish you, especially if they got shorter range in Victor Q, for example. If you can get it on top of you, it's very strong. And what you can do is you can just guide them out, fadeaway Q, and trade back at them when they try to regain space, when they try to take up space in the lane. The reality is, in these type of matchups, even though it sucks, we sometimes have to give a few creeps right here. Very nice W. Onto the Victor, recognize he gets a little bit too close on my range. Really fast W as well, perfectly placed onto the edge, W into Q, which allows us to get a little bit of a stack onto him. Unfortunately, we cannot really like do much besides that, because he's just going to be railing us if we go for creeps. And I try to go for a little bit of a high value ability right there, but the most important thing that I'm going to try to do right now is just hit my minions. while also being safe. So this was a really, really dog shit QE. And I tried to skill check him a little bit.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. More. I can be so much more. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned. My potential is limitless. has been slain. Enemy double kill. They are nothing to me. Plating will soon fall. An ally has been slain. Force of will. Killing spree. Shut down. I can be so A summoner